This dude was broke and couldn't pay up, so he whipped out a scanner built into his hand and scanned some cash. Then, he waltzed right into the fitting room and fired up the money printer in his butt. Turns out, he wasn't even human, he was a tiny alien spaceship that had just crash-landed on Earth a few hours ago. He was going way too fast and ended up buried in the dirt. It was his first time on this planet, and he had no clue how to walk or even control his facial expressions. He didn't know squat about communicating with humans, so he just kept imitating everything. Heck, he couldn't even make sense of traffic lights and got himself smacked by a car. The driver, Jenny, was freaking out, but then the guy just hopped back up with his ankles all bent out of shape. Jenny was about to call the cops when he vanished into thin air. He hobbled his way into an alley, and his ear slowly opened up. The alien slid down a rope, and after checking things out, he realized he was way more busted up than he thought. Right then, Jenny and her son Jack stumbled upon Dave getting patched up. To avoid looking suspicious, Dave had no choice but to accept their invite back to Jenny's place. When they handed him a glass of water, Dave fired up the water pump in his throat and forced it down. Suddenly, Jenny's cat rubbed up against him. The crew frantically Googled what to do, and after watching a video, Dave got so spooked that he punted the cat across the room. That's when Dave noticed the collector they'd been searching high and low for was right there in Jack's hands. Desperate to get the gadget back ASAP, Dave said goodbye to Jenny and rushed off to the school. As he walked down the street, everything fascinated him. When he saw a couple smooching, he started copying them. He strolled into the classroom and lied about being their new teacher. When the kids called him out, he scribbled a bunch of gibberish equations on the board to show off his skills. Then, he made up an excuse to pull Jack out of class. But here's the thing, a chubby kid had already swiped the water collector. So, Dave had no choice but to stake out the convenience store with Jack and wait for the kid to show up. Right then, a robber busted in, pulled out a gun, and aimed it straight at Dave. Dave glanced down, casually pinched the barrel, and scared the robber so bad that he spun around and bolted.